I'll just give it a few seconds to make sure that live stream is going, and then we'll be all set. All right, we are now live streaming to our YouTube channel. If you're not yet subscribed, check it out. You are college bound. We have a lot of good content on there. But if you're already in Zoom, just go ahead and stick with the Zoom meeting now, or the Zoom webinar, I should say, and then you can check out our YouTube channel when we're done. So good evening, everyone. My name is Brady Ferguson, and for those who don't know me, I am Senior Academic Advisor with our pre-college programs, including Upward Bound. We do appreciate all of you being with us tonight for our summer town hall meeting. So we have a lot of important information to share. As you have probably heard, our summer program for Upward Bound is going to be different this year, as it's going to be all virtual. The University of Rochester campus is closed through the end of the summer, at least to students. But of course, we want to make sure we still have our summer program. So we've made some adjustments. We feel like we've made some improvements. It will be different, but in many ways, we think it's going to be an even better summer than we've had in previous years. And we look forward to telling you more about it tonight. Now, this is set up as a webinar, so a little bit different from a Zoom meeting. You probably won't see yourself on the screen. You'll only see our staff members here, and that's how it's going to be. But we do want to make sure it's interactive, and if you have questions, you can use the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. You should see a Q&A button. So if you have questions at any point during the meeting, during the webinar, I should say, just put it in the Q&A, and we will do our best to answer your question. Also, vamos a hablar inglés, pero si hay que tener una pregunta en español, Marifer puede contestar las preguntas en español. Por favor, usa el Q&A o el chat para hacer preguntas en español o en inglés. So we'll be answering questions in English or Spanish in the Q&A, or you can also use the chat, but we will be speaking for the most part in English. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can also put questions in the chat on YouTube, and we'll answer questions there as well. Just know it might take us a little bit longer to respond on YouTube because it is on a delay of about 20 seconds, but we will make sure to get to your questions. So we have a full agenda for tonight, talking about our classes, co-curricular activities, some of the other fun things we have going on this summer. But before we get into all of that, I want to take a few minutes so that our staff, our staff can introduce themselves. Let me just mention one other way you can ask questions though before we do our staff introductions. We also have our phone number that you can call or text with any questions or issues that come up. And that number is 585-301-4488. And we'll put it in the chat as well, 585-301-4488. So you can also text questions that you have to that number. Now we'll go ahead and move forward with our staff introductions. And staff, I'll just go around and call your name out so you'll know that you are up next. But we will start with Catherine.
No.
And I'm sorry, I'm trying to unmute you here, Catherine. Okay, sorry about that, Catherine. I was having a little bit of trouble with the audio there, but go ahead again.
I'm Catherine. I work at Vanguard Collegiate High School, which is going to be the Franklin campus next year. Danielle, I saw you shaking your head and I was like, what am I doing? Anyway, I'm going to be the Franklin campus next year. And I'm excited about summer program.
Next is Hareem.
Hi guys, I'm Hareem. I'm one of the academic advisors at Wilson with Felicia. And I am also excited for all the fun stuff we have planned for summer. It's different, but I think it's still going to be fun because it's different.
Thank you, Hareem. And next is Shaquita.
Hi, my name is Shaquita Williams. I am the event coordinator at Kearns, as well as an alumni ambassador for the Upward Bound program. And I will be a squad leader this summer.
Thanks, Shaquita. Marifer, you're next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marifer Acosta, and I'm an academic advisor at East with Gina Ignati, who can't be here right now because she's a scholar, period. And I'm very excited for summer.
Thank you, Marifer. Dr. Maya, you are next.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to start my video for a minute. I'm Professor Maya Abtahian. I'm a professor at the U of R, and I'm excited to be working with Upward Bound for another summer and for all the new and different stuff this summer.
Thank you, Maya, and thank you to your co-panelist there sitting next to you. All right, Felicia, you're next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Felicia Heidemann, and I'm one of the advisors at Wilson, along with Hareem. And I am also very excited for this summer. It's going to be something new, and I'm glad that we're able to do it this way.
Great. Thanks, Felicia. Danielle, you are next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Danielle Daniels, the Director for Diversity in STEM, and I work primarily out of the Kern Center. I'm in charge of organizing the STEM programming with faculty, and I'm really excited to see all the creative ways they've come up with to deliver content this year.
Thanks, Danielle. Yang, you can go ahead next.
Hi everyone, my name is Yang Zhang, and I'm one of the graduate assistants working at Kern Center and also a graduate student at Warner's School of Education, University of Rochester. I'm excited about the summer program, especially at this time.
Thank you, Yang. Next up is Gabby.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gabby Henry. I'm the Alumni Engagement Coordinator for Upward Bound, which means I work with all of the students who have graduated from our program. I work at the Kern Center at the U of R, and I'm real excited to be working with Bridge this summer.
Thanks, Gabby. And wait a minute, folks moved around on my screen a little bit there, but I think might moved again. Okay, I think we got, last but not least, of course, our fearless leader, Kevon Henry.
Yes, yes, y'all. When I say college, you say bound. College.
Bound. Gotta unmute. Gotta give us a warning.
We're gonna try that one more time. When I say college, you say bound. College.
Bound.
All right, we gotta stop right there. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevon Henry. I am the Assistant Director for Pre-College Programs with the David T. Kern Center at the University of Rochester. All that means, right, is that I am the leader of this here Upward Bound Math Science and Talent Search programs at the University of Rochester. I first want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. You can see, right, technology does not always work in our favor, even when we are practicing our traditions, and that greeting has become a part of what we do. And yes, it's not quite the same. And I think what everybody has said today is that what we're trying to do this summer is unlike anything we've ever done. And it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel comfortable at first. It doesn't feel like we're gonna like it at first, but we had to even take a step back, shift the lens, change the mindset, and here we are looking at opportunity, right? So opportunity this summer. And so I thank you again for being here with us tonight, and I thank you for trusting that we are going to put together something solid. Before we talk about what we're doing this summer, I first want to welcome our new students and our new families to the program again. We created a welcome video for all of you. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I'm going to ask Brady to first play the video so again, we can set the tone for the evening. Thank you, Brady.
You got it. Here it is.
Congratulations and welcome to our trio Upward Bound family right here at the University of Rochester. Listen, you signed your name on the line, you came and you interviewed, and you showed out. And now we want you to be a part of our family for life. Yes, we are making a promise to all of you. You told us you wanted to go to college, and so we're saying that was practice. We're just making sure you guys are ready. Are you ready? Again, here we are with the change. Change is not always bad, right? But we got to work through the struggles together. And so we're going to try this one more time, Brady. And if it doesn't work, we're just going to drop the link in the chat so you all can go to YouTube, run up the views for us, and watch it on your own. Try it one more time, Brady. Thank you.
Yep, here we go. Take two.
Congratulations and welcome to our trio Upward Bound family right here at the University of Rochester. Listen, you signed your name on the line, you came and you interviewed, and you showed out. And now we want you to be a part of our family for life. Yes, we are making a promise to all of you. You told us you wanted to go to college, and so we're saying we're going to help you get there. We're not focused on high school graduation. You will graduate. We're focused on college graduation, helping to show you all the things so that that dream of obtaining that college degree becomes a reality. My name is Kevon Henry. I'm the Assistant Director of the Pre-College Programs right here at the University of Rochester, and I just wanted to say thank you for joining us and congratulations.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Upward Bound family. You've joined a group of goal-oriented and college-minded students just like yourself.
I look forward to working with you.
And look forward to a time when we can get to know each other in person. We're excited to work with you this summer.
I'm very excited to welcome all of you to Upward Bound.
Welcome to Upward Bound.
In the meantime, we're still gonna have lots of fun.
Make ice cream with liquid nitrogen.
Congratulations.
All kinds of weird and wonderful things.
And this is my dog, Yogi.
We can't wait to see what kind of great things you're going to do in the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Margarita Hernandez and I graduated from high school in 2012 thanks to the University of Rochester Upward Bound program. I just want to take a moment to congratulate you all on your recent acceptance into the program, into our wonderful extended family that is Upward Bound. I know things may seem a little crazy right now in the world, but you all are in very good hands, and I'm looking forward to seeing the wonderful accomplishments that you all will achieve within the next couple of years. Congratulations once again, and yeah, that's it. Welcome to the family.
Thank you for sharing that, Brady. And I echo again all that was shared in the video. Welcome to the family, to all of our new Upward Bound scholars. And for our returning scholars and our class of 2020 scholars, the goal is still the same. We want you all to attain that college degree. And so participation from all of you is necessary, right? We can only meet you halfway, but we can't get you across the line unless you're working with us. So please stay tuned. Stay on the call tonight so you can see all the things that we've planned for you. And let's get started. So first, we're going to talk about, and all of the materials that we're showing today will be sent to you via email, and we're working on putting together a mailing to send it out via postal mail also. So you can jot things down. If you are on your computer, you could take a screenshot. This YouTube video will also live on our YouTube page, so you can go back and watch it when you need to. But remember, some of this information is subject to change, right? We are currently, we're making the small little adjustments. We're tweaking the programming so that we deliver the best product. Brady, let's talk about important dates. So this summer, we will still operate a 6-week summer program, but it will all be virtual. What does that mean? It'll all be online. And yes, this is not ideal, but as Brady mentioned at the start, we are doing our part to also still practice social distancing. We are doing our part to protect our loved ones who may be more vulnerable to the virus. But we know that U of R is not open for business as it always has been in the past. And so the chapel where we come together every day during the summer is not available to us. But we still wanted to make sure that we were protecting the progress that you've made all year and working toward the goal of not just high school graduation, college graduation. So here are some important dates for you, okay? So y'all know we like a hashtag now. URUB Summer 2020 is the hashtag for the summer. And considering all that we feel like we are losing right now, it was important for us to remind you that losses, they're temporary. The lessons that you gain from the losses are permanent. And so we want everyone to, again, take a step back, shift your lens, adjust your mindset, and find the opportunity in every loss. And we're gonna do that all summer, as long as you stay with us, okay? So our summer program will run for 6 weeks, as it has in the past, from June 29th to August 7th. However, pay attention to some of these important dates. Our senior celebration is happening next Friday, but I felt it was important to include it because I want all of us to be a part of the send-off for our graduates, right? Because they are embarking on that, they're beginning that next step for that journey that we've been talking about, right? Which is that college degree attainment. So please, I hope you can join us at 4 on next Friday, and I didn't put any information about where to tune in for these events. So remember, you can always contact an advisor. You can contact that number at the bottom and look out for those emails that we will be sending and that mailing that's going to come, because it will have all the information you need to participate. Orientation week is our first week of summer program, June 29th to July 2nd, not July 3rd. July 3rd, we will have no program in observance of the holiday that follows soon after on July 4th. During orientation week, it is just exactly what I said it is. We are orienting you all to what we have coming up for the summer. So making sure that you are aware of all the tools and systems and platforms we will be using, making sure you have all the supplies that you need to be able to participate fully, making sure that we have all of our paperwork that we need from you completed, right, and filed, all the things we need to do prior to fully engaging on July 6th. And that's when our classes will begin. And then you see these events that fall soon after classes beginning are all major events that we host usually every year. So we are still hosting our competition of Upward Bound programs, which will be on July 10th. We are still hosting, our UB Day of Service, but this year it's going to be an hour of service. What we're asking is that everybody will participate no matter where they are. We're going to provide a collective impact, and we are going to do some service activities together for 1 hour. We are still going to host our academic showcase, talking about all that was learned over the summer. Our students will present for their families. We'll invite school staff. We'll invite anybody that you guys feel is necessary to attend, some deans and directors and other departments from the University of Rochester. And then we are going to culminate our wonderful summer program with our banquet, but it won't be at the banquet hall, it'll be at home. So we're gonna host our first ever summer home quit. So as you can see, there are a lot of details that are left off this flyer. We are making the small adjustments necessary. So please be on the lookout for more information. That's the overview of the summer. Brady, let's talk about what a typical week will look like. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kevon. and I will go ahead and tell you more about what a typical week will look like this summer. But just a reminder that if you do have questions at any point during the webinar, you can drop them in the chat or use the Q&A. We'll also save some time at the end for questions, but you can ask them sooner if you so choose. I'm going to share a different image here so you can see what that week-to-week schedule will look like. So this may look something similar to a previous Upward Bound schedule for those of you who have been in the program before, but also a little bit different too. You'll see we have some different classes on here, and we have the times of the day when these will take place. Now remember that the first week of the program, June 29th through July 2nd, will look different because that is our orientation week. It is not until the week of July 6th, starting Monday, July 6th, when we get into our classes. Those will go for 4 weeks through Friday, July 31st. And then at the end of the summer, the final week, which is that first week of August, final week of our summer program, that will also look different because that is our college exploration week. But for those middle 4 weeks, it will look something like this. Be aware there may be some changes made to the time, and the classes may take place at different times. Also, each student's schedule will be different because, as you probably see, there are multiple sections for some of the classes. So each student's schedule could look different, and there may be some small changes, but this is an approximation of what it will look like. So we do have a composition and literature class. We have PBL math, that stands for project-based learning. We have ASL, which is American Sign Language. We have our College 101 class, which is a college prep class. And we also have pre-calculus, which is another math class for our students who are more experienced or more advanced in math. We do have laboratory science. And then you'll see we also have a few other things on here like Kahoot Live, UB After Dark. We'll be talking a little bit more about those later. We also have the Talk video posted. Now, SSH, that stands for STEM, social science, and humanities. So we offer more than just the STEM exposure, but we also have some college professors who can give our students some lessons in the social sciences as well as the humanities. So that's what that Talk video is. And a few times a week, we'll have a new one. And like I said, these are going to be presented by college professors. So it's a way for our students to get a chance to get a taste of what a college class or what learning from a college professor could be like, and learning about different college sciences, social sciences, humanities classes. So that's what that is. Then if you look on Monday at 3 o'clock each week, we will have our You Are College Bound show to kick off the week. It will have some information related to our American Sign Language class and our College 101 class, where there will be a goal for the week for each student to complete. And we'll also share other news and announcements for the week. So we like to kick the week off with that. Then we get into our 4 days of classes. On Friday, we do not have our regular classes, but we do have our clubs, our co-curricular offerings, which are meant to give students some other activities to do that maybe aren't so academic, but are more fun, interesting, a way to connect with each other, connect with staff, try something they haven't done before. So that's what we save our Fridays for. And we have some other events on the Fridays as well. Kevon mentioned a few of them when she was going through the important dates for the summer. Now, one important component of the program that is not on the schedule are our squad links. Now, each student in the program is going to be in a squad, which is a group with other students and 1 or 2 staff members. And throughout each week, probably 5 times a week, every day, Monday through Friday, there will be a designated meeting time for each squad. It could be during that 12 to 12:45 hour. It could be later in the afternoon. Some days it might happen in the morning, but we're giving the students in the squad along with their staff member the chance to pick a time that will work best. So that's a time for us just to get together. We do our college academic career advising during those times. We'll be doing some team building, some social emotional learning, and other activities during those squad links. We're actually going to start those squad links next week, but it will not be 5 days a week, until we get into the official timeline of our summer program in July. But as I said, that's not on this schedule here, but that is another important component of our weekly schedule. Now, for those of you used to come in every day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., you may look at this and say, wait a minute, the time's different. That is correct. First of all, we don't expect you to be sitting in front of a computer for 8 hours a day, just because usually when we're in person, you would be there with us for about 8 hours a day, but that's not realistic and that's probably not healthy. So the time commitment will actually be significantly less for you this summer, but we do want to make sure that the quality of the instruction and the opportunities we provide is still just as strong, or hopefully even better. But if you look at it each day, there may only be 2 to 3 hours on average worth of activities for you. But then if you add the UB After Dark and some of the co-curricular offerings, it could be more than that. But for the core classes, we do ask that you make sure to build time into your schedule for those. We understand that you may have a job, you may have other commitments during the summer, but when we're only asking for 2 to 3 hours a day approximately, we feel like that's not too much to ask. So we do expect that our students will build time into their schedules for Upward Bound this summer. And as we said, it is 6 weeks, so not the entire summer. So I'll stop sharing now and we'll keep moving, but that is how our schedule will look. Next up, we are going to share a little bit more information about those classes that you saw on the schedule. Looks like we do have a question in here.
Yes, and I was going to add, please do drop your questions in the Q&A. We are going to try to reserve time at the end to answer, but I think the question that was posed is a good one while we're talking about the schedule. And I think Brady, he mentioned it, right? So we know that a lot of you are employed, and we are not trying to stand between you and that paycheck that you may need for various things. However, you have to make a choice. And I think you have to choose how you structure your days and what is prioritized. And so what Brady mentioned, which is key, is that we're not asking you to sit in front of anything for 8 hours a day. Once you all are assigned to a class, right, you will see that you maximum your commitment to the program per day could be maximum 4 hours, depending on all that you're taking part in. And so it's really up to you to negotiate your time. So you are well within your right to go to your supervisors and you say, this is important to me. I want to go to college. How can I make both work? If you don't ask the question, there is no answer. But also, it's your time, not theirs. Right? So again, prioritizing is important, but also everything that you saw on that schedule is going to take place live. All of the course content will be recorded and posted in a space, and we'll talk about that later, so that folks who just really can't make it for whatever reason are able to engage in the material when they can. But you know how we play at Upward Bound. The students who show up live, they get the perks first. Everybody else, you'll still gain the information, but it's very important. The interaction is important. And so we really want you all to try to show up to the things that you saw on that screen so that you can interact with us, right? Nobody wants to do assignments on their own all the time. I mean, that's college for you, but you still want to show up to class to interact with your peers and interact with your professors. So really what we're doing is preparing you for college. Your time is money. And so you have to figure out all the pieces to that puzzle. And so we're going to teach you some negotiation power and how to prioritize, but you got to stay committed. Thank you.
Can I add just a really quick note? The schedule that you're seeing is also the master schedule, so that's all classes. So there's 3 comp and lit classes on there on Monday, but each of you will only be in one of those classes. So you also have to remember that all those classes are not for all students.
Yes, thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Kavon, for answering that question. Yes, here, I hope that answers your question. But if you have a follow-up or anyone else who have questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A at any time. Next, we are going to tell you a little bit more information about the classes that we're offering this summer that you saw on that schedule. So first up is our summer bridge program. So Hareem, can you go ahead and tell everyone a little bit more about Bridge?
Yep. So Bridge is for the graduating seniors. It is a 3-week program this year, it's running from June 29th to July 17th. And basically, we are going to prepare you for college. And, especially now as first generation students, many of you, or, as freshmen in general, it's going to be confusing. But it's even more confusing right now because of everything that's happening. There is a good chance that part of your semester or some of your classes will be virtual. So we're going to prepare all of our students for that. We've built the course to be as similar to college as possible. So there are a lot of college style courses, college style things you need to learn, like how to register for classes. You'll be able to make your own schedule. So you will be able to, work around jobs or anything like that. And to mimic, degree completion and graduating college, those who participate in Bridge and successfully complete all the necessary requirements will also receive a $400 stipend, and those who go above and beyond may get something else.
Great, thank you, Hareen. And Gabby is another one of our Bridge instructors. So you want to wave for everyone, Gabby? There's Gabby, another one of our Bridge instructors there.
And one more thing, our course will be taught by college staff as well.
Great, thank you, Hareen. So that's our summer Bridge class. Next up, we have our composition and literature class, or classes, because we have a few different options for those. So I'm going to turn it over to Catherine, but I'll also share my screen here so you can see a little bit more information about what those choices will be for composition and literature. Catherine, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll wait for the flyer to come up because I don't know which one is going to come up first. Okay, so this course, Writing and Personal Statements, is for rising seniors. So right now I'm talking class of 2021. During this class, we are going to work through the entire process of brainstorming, drafting, and beginning to revise your personal statement for your college applications. Most colleges do require a personal statement, and many scholarships also require one as well. So this piece of writing that we're going to craft together is vitally important to your college application process. We as advisors also find that this is the one piece of the college application that holds students up from applying. And so we want to make the most progress on it as possible in the summer. And so for you, class of 2021, this class should be very, very valuable and hopefully productive as long as you show up and do the work. The next two classes are choices, but class of 2021, so my rising seniors, this is the class that you will be in, is that personal writing class. For my rising 9th through 11th graders, you have the choice between two classes to choose which one appeals more to you and your interests. The first option is a creative writing choice, where we'll be exploring various mediums and just giving you some opportunities to explore creative writing. And so if you are somebody who likes to be a little bit more artistic, maybe you've enjoyed, playwriting or writing poetry or writing music in your classes or in your personal time in the past, then this class might be a good option for you. And our second choice for the rising 9th through 11th graders is a class that's based on listening to, analyzing, and responding to a podcast. The podcast is called Serial. It encompasses topics of true crime, an analysis of our American culture, and the criminal justice system. And so if those are big topics that are interesting to you, or you find yourself to be more of an audio learner, so you really enjoy listening to things rather than more so reading things, this class might be interesting to you because it is based on a podcast. So we'll be listening to the podcast and then kind of chatting and responding to it together.
Great, thank you, Catherine. So there's a question about from Mr. Washington about how do students choose the classes that they will be taking. So for the classes for which there is a choice, like between podcast writing or creative writing, we are going to be sending out a registration form, an online form that you'll fill out to give us your preferences. So you can choose for or give your preference for certain classes and also for different clubs, which we will talk about more. But also be aware that there are some classes for which there is no choice. Like ASL is our only language other than English that we're offering this summer, so everyone gets that. The math classes will be divided based on math level, so you'll just get assigned by our staff to which class. But we will be sending out a registration form, so please make sure you're checking the email and paying attention to the messages we send so that you can get your preference in there, and then hopefully we will be able to honor everyone's preferences. So thank you again, Catherine. Next up, we're going to talk more about that language other than English, which is ASL. And Marifer, can you speak about that, please?
So ASL is American Sign Language. It's a language that you don't use your voice to communicate through. You use your hands. We had a small section of American Sign Language last summer. Some of the students participated in it, and it was it's a whole different culture. Actually, Rochester has a really large deaf community, and I think it's very important for all of you guys to learn about this culture, learn about the people, and also learn about this as a possibility for something you can study in college. Like I personally know a student who just graduated in 2020 from RIT, and she's going to be an interpreter. And interpreters of color are very necessary in that community. And guess what? They make money. So that's important too. But I think it's going to be a great class. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy that all of you guys are going to get the chance to participate in this class this summer.
Great, thank you, Marifer. Next up, we're going to talk more about math, and I am very fortunate to be one of our math instructors this summer, along with Yang and along with Danielle. Now, each of us are teaching a different section of the math class, so we'll each just speak briefly about the section we are teaching and tell you a little bit about what it will look like. Yang, would you like to go first to talk about our project-based learning math class?
Sure. So the project-based learning math curriculum is designed for you guys to explore how math can be applied to a real-world scenario. So for those who were with us last summer, we will do something similar to last summer. So for each week, we will cover one topic and the content. And by the end of that week, we expect you to complete a project. But for this summer, we created 3 sets of curriculums, including Algebra 1 Geometry and Algebra 2. And you will assigned to different courses based on your grade level and your math level.
Great, thank you, Yang. Next, I'm going to talk about our pre-calculus math class, which is something new we're doing this summer, probably a little more advanced than what we've offered in previous summer, but this will just be for our more advanced students as far as math goes. But I worked together with Keon Garrett, one of our graduate assistants, to put this class together, and we'll be helping students prepare to take pre-calculus in the fall or calculus, and we're going to try to connect it with some real-world problems and show how you can use math in those situations. So that will be our pre-calculus class. Some of it will be pre-recorded video modules, but we'll also have a couple live sessions each week where we'll be working together on solving problems. And we feel like it'll be, for those students that come, they'll get to learn a lot of math and will be ahead of the game in the fall when they start pre-calculus or that next level math class that they take. So that's pre-calc. Then finally, we also have our math boot camp. So Danielle, can you speak about the math boot camp?
Hi, everybody. So Math Bootcamp is going to be for the graduating seniors who are graduating in a couple of weeks. Unlike the other courses, all of my sessions are going to be pre-recorded. The reason why we are having you do that is, one, so you can practice for college. There are fully online courses in college, and then there's also self-paced courses. The purpose is to help you get used to doing work at on a regular basis so that you don't have to catch up at the end of the semester. So all of my modules will be pre-recorded, but I will be holding office hours on Friday. And then also for a very small group of our students. I hear a couple of you have taken pre-calculus before. I'm going to do something similar for you, but I'm going to help you prepare for the SAT to take the SAT in your senior year.
Great, thank you, Danielle. So as you've heard, we have plenty of great options for learning math this summer. As we know, that's everyone's favorite subject, so get excited for that. I'm going to take a look at the Q&A here. Yasir, okay, Yasir asked, who will be teaching the pre-call class? I think that's the pre-calc class. So guess what, Yasir? It's your lucky day, it's me. But the lucky part is that Asha Bibi, one of our program assistants, an Upward Bound alum and current University of Rochester student, will also be helping with the class. So that's the lucky part. Asha Bibi will be working with us. And I also mentioned Keon, he helped design the class, but he has since graduated from the University of Rochester with his master's degree. So he will not be with us this summer, but you will get to hear his voice on the videos for the class. So he's one of the instructors too. So hopefully that answers your question, Yasir. Next, before we go to the following class, I do want to acknowledge that our director of the Kern Center is here, the Dean for Diversity at the University of Rochester, and that's Dr. Beth Olivares. You probably see her there. Beth, is there anything you'd like to say to everyone tonight?
Sure. Just want to say that I'm really hugely excited that this program is happening. I'm enthusiastic. I've seen all the planning that's gone into it. I'm so excited for all of the things that you'll be able to do. It'll be different than what's happened before, but we're all about taking lemons and turning them into lemonade, right? So making, not just doing this because we have to, but because we want to and because we want to make it outstanding. And I can't wait to meet all of you virtually. I'll be dipping into your classes and, you know, you'll see me in different places. Normally you'd see me at breakfast or lunch or throughout the summer in different, you know, physical spaces, but you'll see me in the virtual spaces that are Blackboard and Zoom and all the different ways that we're going to connect with you. So I'm so proud of the whole Upward Bound pre-college team. I think these folks have done amazing work to get ready for this summer for you all. And I just hope that you take advantage of everything that's offered. And that if you have friends and family members who are also in Upward Bound, who should be participating as well, that you bring them along because, you know, we want to spread this as much as we can and make sure that we're reaching all the students that we'd like to reach. So welcome, happy to be here. So happy to see all of you. And yeah, I'll turn it back to Brady. Thanks for emceeing this. And I love your background, Brady. Brady has the best Zoom backgrounds, by the way. He always has pictures of Upward Bound and Talent Search students. It's really great. I love it. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. O. And actually, if you look really closely, you can probably see yourself in here, right about there, I think.
I do. I do see myself right there. Yes. Waiting online to introduce myself at the first day of Upward Bound last summer, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So usually when we can be together in person during the summer, we use the Interfaith Chapel at the U of R, and it looks something like that. But this summer, we're still going to be together. It'll just be virtually.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes. All right. So next up, we have our College 101 class. So Felicia, can you tell us more about College 101?
Hi, everyone. So I'm Felicia, as I said earlier. Myself, Marifer, Gina, and one of our GAs, Reagan, will be teaching. Am I back? Okay.
We can hear you
so
again,
we'll be
Felicia.
teaching
Go ahead.
College 101 this year. Each week we have a different theme, and each grade level is going to be following the theme. But then each grade level is going to have assignments and different activities. Am I good?
You're good, but
So
like
go
we
ahead.
said,
It's cutting
this
in and out.
technology thing here, but it's okay. We can hear you. Okay. That picture looks like me, a lot like a lot like me right now. Felicia has been having issues on and off with her Zoom. So I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to ask Mariford to fill in the blanks. But College 101 is our course that we will be going through the college application process step by step. And I think a lot of people think that you should be more focused on the college process once you become a junior or a senior in high school. That's actually false. And so we're here. And so every single student, no matter what grade level you are in, will be assigned to a College 101 course where you are working through these different topics together with students in the same grade level as you. Manfred, did I forget anything?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right, so thank you. This is College 101.
Yeah, thank you, Felicia and Kevon and Marifer. Next up, we have our laboratory science offerings. So Danielle, can you tell more about the lab science and the STEM offerings this summer?
Sure. For all of our returning students, you know that you would register for SHISH time. Dr. Maya is a linguistics professor and she was one of the social science instructors, but we also had a lot of STEM instructors like engineers, biologists, chemists, who were teaching short courses. We're not going to do that this year. Instead, all of these instructors are creating pre-recorded videos so that you all can watch them during your day. They're going to be about 15 to 20 minutes long, either doing an experiment, teaching a concept, and then they're going to either find like a fun quiz or even a take-home activity. We are working on putting together kits so that you all can follow along with some of these experiments at home. So every day there's going to be a different module posted. Again, it's going to be short, like 15 to 30 minutes long, and you have the opportunity to do STEM from home. Also, you saw some of the Shush Talk videos were career-based videos. We've asked a bunch of our faculty members to answer questions about what they studied in school, what their interest was in school, what they do on a daily basis in their lab. So you can understand some of the different academic careers that are out there and help you make decisions about what you want to major in and what you want to do once you go to college.
Thank you, Danielle. So that's a little bit more about some of our STEM offerings and our offerings this summer. Okay, Yasir, I see in the Q&A, says as Kevon. I'm not sure what the question is, Yasir. Maybe you could write out the whole question there for us and then we'll come back to it. But I'm going to keep going here with our co-curricular offerings, including our club, the fun stuff as we call it, although all of it is fun. But these are some of our maybe less academic offerings that we'll do each Friday. And students, you will have a choice for these. So make sure you fill out that registration form when we send it out so we know what your preferences are for the club offerings. But here we go. So we have a book club. And this is the book that we'll be reading this summer, Sight. I read the description and it looks pretty interesting, pretty exciting. And as we mentioned before, clubs will meet on Friday. So that's the first choice. We have our book club. We also have an art club for those who like to do art or are aspiring to be artists. We will also have an art club. And for the clubs that we have, if any types of materials are needed, we will be providing those and delivering them to you. Also for the classes, if there are any materials you will need, we'll deliver them to you as far as notebooks or art supplies, those kind of things. We're going to have a fitness club doing a lot of yoga and also Tabata. So that is going to be on Fridays as well, our fitness club. We will have a multimedia journaling club. So using different forms of media to create journals, that's also another option. Netflix No Chill is another club where we'll be watching movies, critiquing them, discussing them. Netflix No Chill. And if you want to watch sports, we have our college sports club. So we'll be watching sports, reading about sports, and discussing sports. So those are our club offerings. In addition to that, our co-curricular offerings include some of the major programs that Kevon mentioned when she was going through the important dates, like our UB Hour of Service, where we have a few service projects that students can choose from. Our Western New York Competition of Upward Bound programs, where we will be competing against programs from all around, not just Western New York, but we may even have some programs from downstate, from New Jersey this year. Of course, we're still planning on retaining our title and making it 7 years in a row of being the champion there. But there will be an athletic component, an artistic component, academic component, of course, to that competition. That's another co-curricular offering. In addition, we are having our Kahoot sessions a few times a week, where students can compete amongst themselves to showcase the knowledge that they gained during our classes. We're also going to have a couple UB After Dark sessions during the week, where we're going to mix it up, and we'll give you more information once we get into the summer, because those will change up each week. So we don't have time to go through every one tonight, but those are some more of our co-curricular offerings. Finally, we have our college trips, or our college exposure, and how we're going to accomplish that this summer when we can't actually be together traveling to different colleges. But the college exposure is still important. So Shaquita, can you talk more about the college exposure and how we're doing that this summer?
Yes, so I know everybody's favorite part of Upward Bound is the trips. And as soon as it's safe to travel, we will take you on more trips, but we also know that college exposure is important. So we will be taking you on virtual college tours this summer. And I'm excited about this because the good thing is that we can travel further virtually. So we'll be taking trips to Louisiana, California, although travel is really expensive. These are some places that we can reach now because we're virtual. So I'm excited.
Thank you. We're excited too. Going to California and Hawaii and wherever else we can go virtually.
I think we're going to Toronto. Did I see that too? Toronto, Texas.
Going to another country.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, international travel. That's something.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous.
Me too. And also like all the museums and things that are available, and we've got lots of, not just looking at colleges, although colleges are great and we want you to go to college, but there's lots of things to see in the other cities that we're going to visit too, right? Yay.
Yes, indeed. Plenty to see this summer, and we can see a lot more places because we're just going there virtually. Now, as far as how you're going to access these classes, these clubs this summer, we have a few different platforms that we use. Tonight, you're probably with us on either Zoom or YouTube, and we'll also be using those this summer. In addition, we will be using Blackboard, which is kind of like Google Classroom, but it's kind of like Google Classroom for college, and the University of Rochester and other colleges use it. So we will be doing some trainings over the next few weeks to show you how to use Blackboard. These are very important. These are how you're going to access your classes this summer. So please make sure you attend these trainings when we send you the email or the text message about those. Next, Kivon, can I turn it over to you next?
Yes, you can. And this is, I think, what everybody came for, right? Everybody wants to know what we're doing this summer, because we've been getting that question since March 13th. And even before we knew what we were doing this summer, you all have been asking. And thank you, because you kept us on our toes. But what I will say is that today you should have received an email already to your 890 account from the University of Rochester regarding a Blackboard account. So it's not spam. We sent it, and it gives you instructions on how to, so your account has already been activated, right? We did that for you, but it gives you instructions on how to create a password. Now, I know everybody has like 30,000 passwords, but it's going to be very important that whatever password you create, if you don't wait for us, right? Because some of you might have already started, and that's fine. I know you can follow instructions. I know you can read, and you probably already created your password, but write it down. Please put it somewhere so you don't lose it. Because let me tell you, I don't want to hear, I can't access my account because I don't know my password. That's problematic, because if you're in college and you can't access your account, how are you completing your assignments? How are you interacting with your classmates? How are you interacting with your professors? And I know you remember your Facebook password and your Instagram. Well, maybe you don't, because you stay signed in like me. You stay signed in. But write this down, please, because when I got my new phone and I had to download all my apps, let me tell you who was struggling. I did not know one password for anything. And so I had to forget my password, all of that stuff. And so I really want you all to please write the password down. But we're going to help you create your password if you can't do it. We're going to teach you how to use Blackboard, so don't fear, okay? All right, let's get to the good stuff. Well, the other good stuff, Brady. Let's start with what we are playing for.
Is that the pie?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay. I really like that pie, but
The other one. Because I think some of you might have heard, if you were listening, Hareem mentioned what our class of 2020 scholars can earn if they participate in Bridge. Now, all of you in our program, you've been here, you've participated because you know how important it is, right? You know, you've participated because your advisors have bugged you. You've participated because your friends are blowing up your phone. Where are you? Maybe your mom or your guardians, your parents, whoever's in your house is like, you need to get to Upward Bound. But this summer, I want you to participate because you want to. And I'm hoping that what we're able to provide you with this summer is enough to get you there. And so unlike the summers that you've experienced in our program, and for our new scholars, we didn't mention this at your interview because we're only doing this summer. So if you participate and participate fully, you can earn a stipend of up to $400 to do whatever you like with it, right? We can't control how you spend it, but we will make sure that those who earn it get it. So this is how you earn the money, okay? So what we're asking you to do, so Brady, now I'm gonna ask you to jump to the other flyer. We're going to ask you to consume our college bound pie, right? All of you are in fact college bound. And so, you know, we're corny, or at least I'm corny. And so we're asking you to consume the entire college bound pie. Our pie has 8 slices. Don't worry about the picture. Our pie has 8 slices, and these are the 8 things that you can do to earn a full stipend of $400. And so what we're going to do though is we're going to calculate your stipend, we're going to calculate your earnings towards your stipend every week. You may have a bad week. We've all had bad weeks, but that's not going to count you out completely. It's not all or nothing with us, right? So we're giving everybody the opportunity to be able to earn the complete amount, but you have to do your part and you have to meet us more than halfway. So are you popping into an office to say hello, right? We're gonna have virtual office hours. Did you catch this week's episode of the College Bound Show? Did you meet with your squad 3 times for the week, right? Brady talked about how there will be squad links every single day once the summer starts, but did you make it to at least 3 of them that week? Did you complete your final project for the week for math? Did you watch at least one shush talk that week? Did you complete your College 101 goal? Did you submit your response for composition and literature to Catherine? Did you attend both of your ASL courses that week? These are the slices of the pie. And so when we talk about negotiations, strategizing, I didn't tell you which slices you had to consume, but just know if you eat the entire pie, your chances of getting to that next step are a lot greater. The work that we require you to do, that you need to do to get to that next step, becomes a lot easier, right? The dream of getting to the college that you want to go to and graduating successfully really, really counts on you completing the pieces of the pie. So Brady, go back to the other flyer now, please, because I'm going to show you what you have. Again, those are the 8 slices, but now let's look at the actual, how it's going to be earned. So if you complete one slice of the pie that week, that will automatically trigger you to receive what we're calling food bundles. So we are cognizant, parents and guardians, that we have fed your kids 3 meals a day for 30 days every summer. And we are not going to neglect that obligation that we've started. So we are still going to feed students. But we're not going to just feed our Upward Bound scholar. We're going to send food to your home. But you have to at least complete one slice of the pie to get that. 5 slices of the pie will add $50 to your stipend, right? So again, you have to earn it incrementally. You consume 7 slices of that pie in that 1 week. You get the full $100 for the week. If you complete the entire pie, all 8 slices, if you check all 8 of those boxes, there's an additional cherry that'll be added, not in the form of money, to that $100 stipend that you earn for the week. Okay, and then there are also other ways that we are going to encourage you to participate. And so you all have been earning college bound points all year. We're going to bring that into the summer. And so all those activities that exist outside of the classes, so major programs, clubs, you'll be after dark, Kahoot Live, you will earn college bound points for your squad. And for my returning scholars, you know, every summer y'all compete for that squad prize at the end. I can't tell y'all what it is yet. But you got to stay tuned. So there are all these ways to earn these perks. And we understand that this is a challenging time. It's hard enough to wake up and watch the news. It's hard enough to know that you have not been in school since March. Some of us have not been able to go to work, right? So we are trying to, during these prevailing times, trying to sweeten the deal a little bit more. But this is a one-time offer, summer 2020. So you're either in or you're out. And I don't know about y'all, but $400 goes a long way. It sure does. When you have books maybe that you need to save up for, you have things that you need to pay for, maybe your phone bill needs a little work, or maybe you just want to add to your savings, right? Because we all should be saving something. All you got to do is play to win, baby. So I hope that I see you all this summer. And I'm telling you, live participation is what we're asking for. But if you're not able, you will still have access to the information and you will still complete and earn that stipend. So all you got to do is meet us a little more than halfway and you're good to go. That's all I have, right? We're playing for food, a stipend, and those college bound points for that coveted squad gift. And I'm telling you, whoever's on my squad, there we go. That's all.
Don't even try, Kim. Don't even try.
You see how Brooklyn always want to.
I'm winning this.
It's enough. We're on the webinar, Maverick. Yeah, thank you for muting her, Brady. That's all I have to share. So if any of you have any questions right now, BX stand up. Maybe it's okay if you don't know what that means. That's fine. If you do, shout out to you. But please drop your question in the Q&A so we can answer those for you. We will be sending this via email to all students to their 890 account. We will be sending this via email to any parent email address that we have on file. And we are working, again, to compile a physical mailing to be able to send it to your homes. Also, all this information will go out via Remind. So I hope that you have subscribed to our Remind list. All of this information will be shared on social media, Facebook, Instagram. So make sure you're tuned in. Your advisors have this information. I hope you have their phone number. We will not share that right now because we are on YouTube and I don't want people harassing them. But you have their phone number. You could contact them. We also shared another phone number that you are willing to contact at any time. If you have any questions, you can send a text, you can call, but you have access to us. So please reach out, get the information that you need, and we will be bugging you the next couple of weeks because we want this to be a successful summer. And it's only successful if you meet us there. Please drop your questions in the chat. Drop your questions in the Q&A. I apologize. Do we have any questions on YouTube? I know there's a little delay, but if any questions have come in, we'll be sure to answer that as well.
So there are a number of students who have asked, indicated that they have not received the email that we were talking about from IT. So just maybe somebody can address that.
Sure. So I urge you to check your spam and your junk folders. It's coming from an email address that you may not recognize. It looks like spam. What I'll do is I'll ask Brady to send out via Remind who that email is coming from. So you can go into your search bar and look it up. I'll also assure you that today I got 176 emails because I was included and copied on every single email that was sent. So I know that it was sent to you, but you have to maybe do a little digging to receive it. But let your advisor know. If you still can't find it after we send that Remind message out, we'll be sure to send it to you manually from our accounts. But an account has been created for all of you. our new students, our returning scholars, and our graduates? That was a good question. Thank you. I see Yasir has another question. I was wondering about the clubs we have prepared. When and how do we participate? I'm very excited for some of them. Thank you, Yasir. You know, shout out to you, MVP, with the questions. So like as Brady mentioned, we are going to send out a registration form. Rather, it's an intent to participate form where you are telling us that you intend on putting forth the effort to participate this summer. And with that, you will be able to make some selections. And so some of our clubs, as you can see, have limited spots. And so it is probably in your best interest when you get that registration email, submit it and sign up for what you want right away. We're going to try to honor everyone's selection. And again, we're mimicking the college process. College students have to register for courses and hope that they get a seat. And if you're the last one to register, sometimes you don't get a seat and you have to make a plea to the professor to grant you access. Now, the reason we have limited spots is because we can only purchase a limited number of supplies. And so again, once you get that link to register, you sign up for whatever you want. We're gonna do our best, Yasir, to honor your selections, okay? And if we see that there is an overwhelming interest in certain clubs, I will revisit that with Dr. O and see if we are able to purchase more supplies and see if we are able to grant more spots to students. But as you can imagine, some activities probably are a little bit better with fewer folks than the multitude. Sign up when you get that registration link.
Also, it looks like there's a question from Jordan in the chat, similar to the other question, but this is asking about setting up, or I think signing up for the classes. So it's the same process. It will be that same form, Jordan, the same intent to participate form, where you'll give your preferences for classes. Although for some classes, you'll just get assigned based on what previous math classes you've taken, based on what grade you're going into. So there will only be preferences for some classes. For others, you'll just get assigned.
Yeah, and Jordan, shout out to Jordan Lindo, I think that's you, who is about to enter into his senior year. And so for composition and literature, you won't have a choice there, I'm sorry, because you should and will be working on your personal statement for your college applications. So again, there are some classes we're going to assign you to. Based on your transcripts, that's how you'll get assigned to math, right? Based on which regions you've passed, you've aced, what classes you've taken, AP courses, that's how we've assigned folks to math classes. ASL, you'll get to choose a section or make a preference for which time frame works best with your schedule. And then College 101, again, unfortunately, you're going to be a senior, boo. So you're going to get assigned to that College 101 12 course. And it's the same for everybody, right? We're going to give you some choice. And then there's some things that unfortunately are required courses for some of you. Again, another college term. Y'all see how I did that? I am very corny. Next question from Yasir. For orientation week, when and how do we meet? Do we have to meet with specific advisors? I'm only asking so I can take off time from work so I can be there. Yes, Yasir. No, so again, the first week, we're going to have a couple different meetings. We're going to have school-based meetings. So that returning scholars can meet new scholars that attend their school. We're going to have cohort level meetings where we're going to start to get the grade levels together. We also are going to begin to ramp up our squad meetings. So depending on the squad you're assigned to, Yasir, you'll hear from them next week. So the first week, the commitment is much smaller than the rest of the weeks. But again, once you register, you will get a schedule sent to each of you individually that shows you your upward bound commitment. Okay. And then if you
Howard
all
just put thanks in there. Thank you for attending. And then we have one for.
So Danielle just dropped in the chat the email address that the Blackboard email came from. UNIV, which is short for University, IT, SPP at ur.rochester.edu. I'm going to say that one more time. And again, that will be sent to you via Remind. So please be on the lookout. UNIV, which is short for university, ITSPP at ur.rochester.edu. Pop that into your email search bar, and then you should hopefully see that email come up. Again, if you really didn't get it, let your advisor know, and we will get it to you. So I'm paying attention to the time. We were supposed to end at 7:30. If you have any last questions, please drop it in the Q&A. If not, free to text your respective advisor. Feel free to respond to one of those emails that were sent to you from our U of R Upward Bound Gmail account. Feel free to send a question to that phone number that we showed. Brady, if you can pull up that important dates flyer for me one more time. That phone number that's on the flyer that he's going to show you, you can send a text, you can call. You have ways to contact us. You could even send us a DM on Instagram. You could send us a message on Facebook. You have so much access to us, and you can ask anyone the same question. We'll be sure to get the answer to you. There's that phone number at the bottom and our email address. Save that in your contacts. You are upwardbound@gmail.com. 585-301-448. Those are the easiest ways to get a hold of us. And then again, for our scholars that have made contact and have their advisor's phone number, you can reach out to them directly too. And I know some of y'all have my phone number. Feel free to text me at any time. And hearing no other questions, shout out to my Wilson family, shout out to my East High family, shout out to my Vanguard Collegiate family, shout out to Monroe High School, and shout out to all our other students who transferred. Jameer Warfield, I don't know if you're there, Jordan Lando, Ermila. I know some of y'all are on the line, and if I forgot anybody, I apologize. It's been a long, hot day, and we love you, and we thank you for spending your evening with us, and we hope that you'll continue to do so. Let me tell you something. June 29th is coming, and I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I hope to see you there. Bye, everybody.